This was the third week of carrying this hair and I wasn't ready to take them out. Trust me guys, at the end of this video you'll be able to make something better or exactly like this. So sit tight, buckle up and let's go. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Now this is what we're going to be working with. I got two Kinky Xpressions in color 30 and they were both 60 inches long, and then I got the Amigos curly extension. If you can find one better than this, please get it, or if you have some from your previous braids you can keep it and you can still reuse it. Then I have Lush in color 30, but then this Lush was 24 inches and it was shorter than the other two, but then I got it on purpose because my hair is like brighter and I needed the darker ones to contrast the brightness. So you're also going to need a rat tail comb, an edge control, scrunchies, a big comb, your hair obviously. I mean, what else are we going to work with? And kisses. So let's begin. I'm going to divide it into two. We're going to have the back and the front. Start dividing from the tip of your hair, and then once you're done you just keep the front aside and start working from the back. So you tie your front hair up with the scrunchie, and then you start sectioning the back. So for you to start sectioning the back, you need to have two mirrors, one mirror behind you and then one in front of you so that you can see. So I used my phone because I don't have two mirrors. I was struggling to see, but trust me, you'll figure it out. Bruh. So I recommend you dividing your hair into 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 mini sections at the back. That's if you want a fuller look, but if you want it to look scanty, then 2, 3, 4, 4, 4 is okay. So you're going to do a tiny braid on your natural hair so that you can pass your Kinky through it, but the braid shouldn't be long. It should just get to a certain point and stop. Now I'm done with the back and it's time to start sectioning the front. So if you want a center pattern, you need to make sure to settle down and divide the center of your hair very neatly, because it's going to play a major role in making your hair look neat and beautiful at the end of the day. You can use a gel to lay it down properly, that way it doesn't like mix up when you're working on this side. You can also do a clear side pattern so that once in a while you can style it from the side. That's if you love side patterns. So now I'm going to show you guys how to do the short braid. Like, it's going to be a clearer view so that you can understand it, and if you don't know how to, you can learn how to. So now you have a strand, and then you have to divide this strand into 3 braids in 3 places, like 3 strands. So when you divide it into 3 places, you have to put the one on the left in the middle and then the one on the right in the middle. So it's like, you know, they're all battling to be in the middle. Like, I call it battle of the middles. So you just put one on the left in the middle, the one on the right in the middle, and just continue doing that over and over again. Feel free to even slow it down or play it back so that you can learn, or take a screen record. Now this is how it's going to look. So it's a short braid and you don't need to knot it. You just braid to a certain point and stop. So now I'm done, and it took me over an hour to finish this. I think 2 hours or so. So I'm going to rest. I had a little break, a snack break, and then I got back to making it. Now you can see the 2 shades of this color 30. Then it's going to actually blend. It's actually going to blend with my hair. I don't know why I put this video here, but like, I wanted to show you guys that time was running out. Now this is the Lush Kinky, the one with the brighter shade. And then this is the expression. You can see clearly now that there are two different shades, but then they actually look like my hair, so it's perfect for me. So now you're going to take a little bit of the Lush, because I don't have it that much, so I need to take a little bit of it, and then a bigger ratio of the Xpression, let's say 3:1, and I mix it together, but not yet though. First, I want to show you the method that a friend of mine taught me, which I didn't end up using, but if it works for you, it's fine. So you take a smaller Kinky and then you pass it through the tiny natural hair you braided using your crochet pin, and then when you pass it through, you start wrapping. So then you wrap the Kinky around your natural hair till you get to the place where you braided, where the braiding stopped, and then when you get there and the braid is no longer showing, you can then feed in with the rest of the Kinky. So I use the darker one to feed it in. So then immediately you feed it in, you have to start twisting from there. But then this method was so hard for me, like it was slowing me down. So I'm going to show you guys in the next one, which was the one I used all through, because it was like the easiest and it was for beginners actually. This is how the braid looks up close. It's a bit rough, but that's exactly how it should look because it's kinky. It doesn't itch and it also feels soft on the skin. Now this was the method that I did all through. I mixed a little bit of the Lush and then a bigger amount of the Xpression, that way to give me the fullness that I want. So now you pass the Kinky through the roots of your natural hair. You just pass the Kinky through with the crochet pin and then you drag it out with your hand, making sure it's equal. So now you have two strands of the Kinky hair and then your natural hair, making it 3 strands. And now you're going to start doing the 3-strand braid, which is the normal weaving, like the normal weaving that we all know. Your natural hair and the 2 Kinky, you're going to do that battle of the middles thing that I said in the beginning. You just weave your hair till you get to the point where you stopped braiding your natural hair. So once you notice you've gotten to the point where your natural hair started from, you just separate your natural hair into 2 and join it to the Kinkies and start twisting from there. Now look at how neat it looks. I actually prefer this way because it was easier and even faster for me. But if you know how to wrap and feed in, then the previous method is for you. But then this one looked like knotless braids from the roots and it was stronger. So this is the last one and I was so exhausted, but I'm going to show you guys how to feed in your curly extension and also how to feed in your Kinky at the middle to achieve that long length. So here's how you pass your Kinky through your natural hair. You put the crochet pin through the roots of your natural hair and then you place your Kinky above the hook and then you drag it out gently. So when you drag it out and you have like 3 strands, your 2 Kinkies and your natural hair, you start braiding the normal weaving that we all know, and you have to start braiding it from the roots so that it can be very tight. So I think if you really don't understand this part, you have to play it back or slow it down. Slowing it down is a better option so that you can understand it very, very clearly. And I had to even slow down while braiding this one so that you can see it clearly. Now, when you get to the part where you stop braiding your natural hair, you have to stretch out your natural hair so that it blends with the Kinky. So you separate the natural hair and blend it with your Kinky hair, and obviously if you picked the right color, it's going to blend very, very well, just like mine. Now you start twisting from that place you separated your natural hair, and then I'm going to show you guys how to feed in your coily extension to get that boho goddess look. Now this is the point where I'm going to add my coily extension. I didn't add it closer to the tip by choice. But if you want just to be at the top, you can actually fit it in at the top. But then I'm also a beginner, so I just had to start mine in the place where I can see it clearly. All you have to do is join your curly the way you're going to join your regular kinky into the two kinkies. One part is supposed to be longer and the other part shorter, and then you start twisting it like nothing happened. So it's just going to blend in, and you continue twisting it for like 5 to 10 times depending on the point where you want it to come out from. So I wanted mine to drop at a certain place, so I took it aside and continued twisting. If your braiding looks rough, leave it that way. You're actually on the right track, because it's supposed to look rough and it's supposed to be giving that bohemian goddess Caribbean island look. Now I'm going to add the kinky in at the middle, and this was how I added it. You just take the kinky, hold it at the middle, and then fit it into your twist and just continue twisting like nothing happened. It's going to blend, definitely, trust me. You just have to do it confidently, and if you make mistakes you can try again and again. So now this was how I had to do all and every single one of my braids, because it was too long and I needed support, so I had to hold it with my teeth, and that's the only way, because your two hands are busy. Now you're going to do it like 2 to 3 times, but just feel free to do it that way. Unless you have someone who's going to help you, this is your only option. So I'm done, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and I was so tired. I recommend you begin early, maybe 6 a.m. or 7 if you want to finish very early, like during the day. Either ways, I was so proud of myself, and this was the best braids I've ever done. And I can't believe that the best braids that I've ever done was by myself. Like, to be honest, I got a lot of compliments, like from different people. It was so overwhelming. It like, if you don't get compliments after making this hair, trust me, just come back to this video and take your like back. Like, I'm not kidding. Look at how natural it's looking. Like, you don't need to trim it with any scissors, because you need that natural look. Just like when you twist your natural hair, you know, you don't go trimming your natural hair just because it's coming out from the sides. Like, it doesn't even feel rough on the skin either, so you don't need to start doing those trimmings and all those things. Like, you also trimming in is going to make it look fake, you get me? Like, the tips are going to look fake. Now look at how curly the tips are. Like, just take out only the tiny kinkies that are hanging out, and that's all. You don't need to cut the edges like the tips. Trust me, even if it's in black, brown, color 30, 35, 27, whatever color you use, you're definitely going to like it, and you're going to look gorgeous as well. Also, it's very light and fluffy, and you don't need to stress yourself when you're going to the bed. All you have to do is put on a bonnet. It's not heavy either, so you can style it however you want it, and your neck is going to be happy. Like, it's not going to be dragging your neck back. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, please. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.